Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bearded Ken with me, born bearded and raised bearded. How is everybody doing tonight?
How's it going, everybody?
Aaron, how's your week been going?
It's not bad. It's not too bad. Beard wise, not too bad. Work wise, kind of sucked.
Yeah, I can imagine. Been telling me some of the things that have been going on, and yeah, I can definitely relate in some ways. Um, well, do we want to go ahead and start off by saying hi to some of the people that have been coming in?
Yep, let's do it.
It looks like in first we have Miss Ellie. Ellie, it's good to see you in. Thank you so much for your support.
Yeah, Lee, how's it going?
And number two, we have Ronnie. Ronnie, thank you so much for all your support. It's great seeing you guys always come in.
Hey, how's it going, Ronnie?
This one here, we might know this one. Cowboy Up,
Mm,
sis.
How's it going, sis?
Good to see you, sis. Appreciate you coming in. And then we have this one here, Kiki Electric. This is Luis's wife. Aaron, if you weren't aware. Um, he stopped in at Buckeye Beer Battle and with him, his wife, and his girls, and just an amazing family that he's got there. I was really happy to meet them.
Hey, Kiki.
And lo and behold, it is the Jim Murray from Small Town Traditions. Jim, it's great to see you in. I appreciate your support.
Good to see you, Jim.
You might know this one.
Hey, babe, how's it going? It's always good to see you.
The sofa, Alicia, it's great to see you in. It always kind of puts a smile on my face to see family jumping in and showing their support. And we have Busy Bee Collective. Miss K, babe, it's great to see you in. Appreciate you always coming in. And by the way, guys, if you guys noticed the pinned comment in the chat today, we do have a forever code for the busybeecollective.com. It is bearded kin. Will get you 10% off of your order through the busybeecollective.com. Also, something that Kay wanted me to mention is if you are looking for the community cup, um, go ahead and send her an email. That way, because those are kind of separate from the Busy Bee Collective, but she will definitely get those out to you. Or if you want something custom, babe, when you get a chance, go ahead and put your email address in there so people know how to find you. And speaking of Luis, here he is. It was great meeting you, man. I was really surprised that you were able to come up,
What's
and
up, Luis?
I'm really happy you did. It's another one of those individuals I can't wait for you to meet, Aaron. And there's this guy, the troublemaker Beaker himself. Well, Baker himself.
What's up, Baker?
Yeah, I got to stir the pot a little bit sometimes. And the man whose shoes is better than my whole ensemble, Jeff Harmon. Man, this he has got some stuff that I got to pick his brain on some outfits. He's got some amazing outfits.
Yeah, I saw some of those outfits on the Terrace channel. She posted a bunch of them last week.
Right. I mean, he's got quite the collection. It was an honor meeting him. He did very well, and I believe he won the veterans at the Buckeye Beer Battle. I believe he won the veterans category. Oh, then we have this one, Gigi. It's good to see you. I appreciate you coming in.
Thanks for coming,
Appreciate you
Gigi.
guys' support. And Romy, his name just kind of slips by from time to time. I don't know why. I know he's in here, but every once in a while, his name just kind of slips by, and I miss it until closer to the end of the show. Romy, it's good to
How's it
see
going,
you.
Romy?
Missed seeing you at Buckeye. We'll catch you on another one soon, I'm sure. And then we have this one here, Jess. It's good to see you.
How's it going, Jess?
And we have Chris from True North Beer Co. Chris, it's great to see you. As always, we appreciate your support, and he's always willing to share out anything that we're putting out, and it's appreciated.
Yep. Thanks for coming, Chris.
Frickin' frack. I always love seeing them inside the chats. Loves them seeing them in here. Um, Great, amazing people of the community. This right here is relationship goals.
Right.
Let's see, Jacob. I don't know if you were in the live when I was there at Buckeye, but if you haven't caught me saying it yet, and that belt was a work of art. The pictures just don't do it justice, man. I applaud you for your craft and your ability to do the things that you do. It really is amazing.
Yeah, dude, the pictures looked amazing. I can only imagine what it looked like in person.
Well, I believe you'll be able to see it next year if the first place runner comes up next year. That's what happened with last year's winner came up, so we were able to see that one as well.
Nice.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Jacob, but you worked on that one too, didn't you? And then we have Jacob from Bane Blends. Jacob, it's great seeing you. It was great meeting you. All around a great individual right here.
How's it going, Jacob? Good to see you.
Yep. Viking Papa, great to see you in again. Um, it's always great seeing him in. We see him in constantly, and I think the one time we don't see him in, I'm gonna have to start looking for him, make sure everything's going okay, because he's such a big supporter, and I appreciate him.
Yeah, I think he's been in every show.
Yep. Michael S., it's good seeing you. Appreciate you coming in.
How's it going, Mike? Michael?
And Mr. Greg Hall from Sunshine State Grooming. Good to
How's it
see
going,
you, and
Greg?
appreciate you coming in. Actually trying out some of your products now. Took a little bit to get to them, but actually going through some of them now. And then we have 30 Spray J. J, brother. It's good seeing you in. Sorry I'm late. I was grilling thinking about Dave's dump truck. Like
How's
I
it
told
going,
you,
Jay?
man, after the fifth one, yeah, I'm going to start charging. And then we have Randy R. Randy, it's good seeing you. Appreciate you coming in and all the support. And we just recently started this live stream, and currently right now we're rocking 21 people in here, and that doesn't happen every day, and it doesn't go unnoticed, guys. So we do really appreciate you guys, and we appreciate all of your guys' support. So, Aaron, so you're mentioning your oh, we just had another one pop in, it looks like. can't go without saying hi to this guy, Santa Tom. It was an absolute treasure. It was great seeing you at Buckeye Beer Battle. That was one of the things that was on my bucket list was to meet Santa Tom, and I'm very happy I was able to do so. Love everything you're doing, brother. Keep up everything that you're doing.
Yep. Thank you for coming in,
All right.
Santa.
All right.
Well, one of the things I've noticed, and probably some other people that have seen you on a live recently, is you've been sick. So my question is, how do you deal with your beard when you're sick?
Oh man. I'll tell you, your beard is a at times is a whole different kind of monster when you're sick. I had beard hairs that wanted to go to the left, and then they changed their mind and wanted to go to the right, so they just made U-turns in here. Um, it was very dry. Um, depending on how sick you are and what illness you have, your body is already being dehydrated from possibly running fevers and stuff like that. So naturally, your beard's gonna is gonna it's gonna take a hit when that happens. So I pretty much did what I could to just keep a light oil in, not necessarily a light viscosity, but a light scented oil in. Um, because I was finding that the heavier scented oils were not working with me, and with the coughing that I was going on, I felt that it was kind of irritating um, it was irritating my sinuses more than helping. So I went with a really light, maybe a light lavender or a light peppermint type scent. As long as it wasn't too strong, seemed to work out pretty well. And just kind of reapplied as I could. Okay,
Hey,
so
Pop.
Papa Sofa is watching as well. Hey, Pop, it's great to see you in, Dad. Yep, yep, there's Santa. Yep, absolutely. Luis, I'm starting to feel better. I think I'm coming around to the end of it. No more fever or anything like that. The cough isn't nearly as bad. So I think it was just, you know, I think for the amount of time that I was up and traveling and stuff, I just knocked my immune system down a little too far, and um, that was my own doing by not taking vitamins, and I should have. Um, and I just caught the bug when I got home. So
Yeah, I think we need to try to get Dad on for sure at some point, just so you guys can see. He started growing his beard out about the same time I did, and his growth is way better than mine already.
right.
It just looks amazing.
Sure, a photo of Papa Couch's beautiful beard. Yeah, I think that if everything goes right, maybe this coming week, we were planning on doing a photo anyway. We have some stuff that came in that we wanted to do a family photo in. So I think we're gonna try to work that out maybe this coming weekend or my next coming weekend anyway.
How's it going,
Hey
Bishop?
Bishop, it's
Good to
good to
see
see
you.
you. So if you guys, I'm gonna try not to cough into the microphone tonight. If it happens, I do apologize, but yeah. So tell me, guys, do you guys have anything? Does your beard routine change when you're sick? And what are some of the things that you make sure to take care of when you are asking the chat?
Well, in the meantime, while the chat answers,
Hmm.
I've learned that, and I know it's been said lots of times, that more water intake is definitely a plus. I've learned that more recently. I've drinking more water this week than I have previously since I've been growing, and I've noticed that I can go longer without oils and butters without and it doesn't feel like I'm growing hay on my face. It feels like a
Right.
beard.
Because it was a couple weeks ago you were mentioning that you get about halfway through the day and then your beard would kind of feel kind of straw-like, right? Aaron, did you hear me?
I'm sorry. What?
I'm sorry, I missed something, I guess.
I just saw something in chat. Sorry.
I was saying it was last week. You were mentioning that you got about halfway through the day, and your beard hairs were feeling a little more coarse, right?
Yeah, they were feeling really rough, really, really just wiry almost. And yeah, so I started drinking more water. I've been drinking up to half a gallon to a gallon a day, especially while I'm at work. And it's just been a lot. It's softer without having to add product, and or not as much product rather. So, I've been something I'm definitely going to keep up on.
Yeah, I mean, getting the right amount of water makes it to where you can use the right amount of product, and you're not just building up product on top of product. Um, as I mean, that can cause its own set of issues. But I'm glad you were able to figure that out. I mean, especially a lot of people don't think that it's as important when you have a shorter beard, but in a way, I think it's almost more important. I found that when my beard was shorter, that's when I was running into more issues with beard drift and dry, not just dry skin, but a dry beard as well. And I'm glad you were able to figure that out. And it's kind of a the proof is in the pudding, if you don't mind
Yeah, I've
saying.
actually been using at night to answer Greg. Right now, I've been using Copper John's essential oils at night before I go to bed, and it's been
Nice,
working out
nice.
really well. Oh,
When I'm
I'm
sick,
sorry.
wife
It's
is
the revitalizing hair serum. That's what I use. Sorry.
okay. Okay. When I'm sick, my wife is a huge help keeping my beard clean and properly oiled and buttered. So appreciative of her. Yeah, it really does help, just to have, somebody that's willing to do that and help just kinda get the oils in there. Because I mean, sometimes if you're feeling really, really bad, you just have this feeling like you don't wanna do anything, even when it comes down to, taking care of your beard. You wake up in the morning, you feel like you've been run over by a Mack truck. It's kind of hard to want to take care of your beard, but having somebody that's there to help take care of you always helps. Absolutely,
Sure.
Jim. I absolutely agree. Uh, I know ladies typically use hair masks to help with the dryness. Is there a beard hair mask for men? I've heard that there are some beard masks for the hair. Are you? Is that for like when you're sleeping, Jess? Because if that's the case, if it's for sleeping, I highly suggest a silk or satin pillowcase. Because I know that even Kay uses a silk bonnet for her hair when she goes to sleep. But definitely a silk pillowcase will help with the friction for the beard. I heard there are wraps, but I've never really used one for my beard.
I've recently purchased a couple silk pillow sheets and noticed a huge difference in the morning when I wake up. What how it feels. It doesn't feel as dry or as again as wiry. while sleeping on a silk pillow sheet.
Right. Well, I think maybe that's a poll that we can start real quick. Let's see. Um, when
Yeah,
sick,
I can imagine when
when
it
do
gets longer,
you
I'll probably have to do something like that. Tuck my beard.
um let me see. I'm trying to figure out this poll real quick.
How's it going, Willie? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, you noticed that. I was wondering if you would. My new water cup. I'm holding it hostage. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. I just found on Amazon, a decently priced couple of pillowcases for the wife and I. We're trying them out. I think we've got them for just a couple days now. So, but so far it's working out pretty well.
Now, as far as the poll that's in there, guys, just forget about the yes or no on there. I'm more curious whether you guys would prefer to use a lighter scent, um, as far as a beard oil when you're sick, or a unscented.
I
I'm
haven't been
curious what you
sick with the
guys'
beard
thoughts on
yet,
that.
Baker, so I'm not sure how to answer that.
Um, well, as far as that question, Baker, I've smelt some things and some oils that I don't typically smell when I'm sick, and I think certain carriers really come alive when I'm sick, and that I'm not overly fond of the scent of. When I'm not sick, it's completely okay though.
Yeah, Yvonne, I've heard that they have some bonnets for or something like that, and Greg just kind of confirmed it for men to use at night, but the pillowcase is definitely a better option.
And while I was creating that poll, did I hear somebody say something about a cup?
Oh yeah, yeah. Sure.
Are you you wouldn't you are using my cup?
Hmm.
Wow. Well, at least
I
it's
think
getting
this is
some
the first
use.
time it's probably had water in it though.
Oh, I don't think so. I do drink water.
I know.
Like to use mint six when you're sick. Um, yeah, I can understand that. I can see that. Kind of get that peppermint, spearmint kind of minty vibe going. Yeah, I've heard some people actually like you using that eucalyptus as well. Kind of helps open up their nasal passages and stuff. So the cup that formerly belonged to Born Bearded. Yep. Point in running a favorite due to bunk senses. Yeah, yeah, I hear you.
I haven't been sick yet either. I don't get sick very often, so we'll have to. I'll let you guys know when that happens, if and when.
Well, that's pretty impressive. Because he's had a beard for a while,
Right?
so something to
It's
look
pretty
forward
good.
to.
It's
Uh, yeah. like NyQuil in the beard. NyQuil in the beard after it spills out of your mouth. Well, you know, you got to shovel that in there, man.
Well, I've been noticing a lot more straw usage lately. Drinking out of a
Yeah,
regular cup just kind of sucks now.
yeah, it does. There's a few things. I think one of the ones that kind of upset me was ice cream cones. You know, can't do the ice cream cones anymore. I have to actually, I can, but I have to have it dumped in a bowl and eat it with a spoon.
Not quite the same there.
It's not.
Luis, I have a combination of things. I'm using Copper John's, what is the oil? Barbershop oil, and I'm using Flaming Beard um, balm. I really have, I like their balm a lot.
And today or this evening, I have Raven Beer Co. Statesman in tonight, and um, True North Butter or True North Balm in tonight. Yeah, Straw Gang. And yeah, let's not forget, Jim. The whole beard tuck. That's a thing. Greg, I definitely tried that, and it was a weird one this time because I would cough less when I was setting up, but as soon as I laid down, that's when my coughing fits would start up. So it's pretty rough. Well, the short answer, Baker, is you don't. you know, um, yeah, that's why it's important to make sure you're getting everything clean and trying to keep everything clean, even when you don't feel like it. Get your beard rinsed, get it washed, and do what you can to try to keep things as clean as possible. It's understandable that you're not feeling good, and it's not going to be the end of the world if your beard is dirty for a day and you're not going anywhere or doing anything. But definitely try to keep some product in there. If nothing else, try to rinse your beard and keep some fresh oil in there from time to time. Oh, that's awesome, Jacob. Yeah, two great minds. it's just you kind of get used to it. As the mustache grows, I tend to pull it out of the way. But I mean, there's some people there whose mustaches they want it to grow up over their lip, and I've seen them kind of pick it up to take a bite, things like that. There's ways of doing it. As far as getting food in your beard, you're learning new techniques. It's not as fun to get the soup on your chin anymore. You kind of try to do what you can to
I've
keep it out of
I've
there.
just accepted it at this point and realized I just need to wipe it off after I get it on my beard or in my beard.
Yep.
I mean, it's gonna happen. You might as well just wipe it off, or
Yep.
just wait till you can wipe it out.
Hey, straws. I do use one in my water bottle. It is integrated. Yeah, I've heard people talk about mustache guards. I don't really use like a coffee cup or anything like that. Um, I will say that these tumblers are really well designed for that as well. Um, I mean, I use these tumblers 99% of the time. So if I'm not using the straw, then I still use the tumbler and everything seems to work just fine. The flavor saver.
Stop.
Jeff Harmon. My coffee cups are custom made with mustache guards in them, and I use straws. I have to pick up my mustache to eat it. To eat. Yeah. Yeah, his mustache is pretty impressive. So yeah, I can definitely understand that. Your coffee cups are custom made with mustache guards made in them. Yeah, I have to get a hold of you. I'd like to see who you getting those custom made from. Just eat and drink like normal and rinse the beard and mustache afterwards. Yeah, and sometimes that's just the best way to do it. I mean, if you know that you're gonna have ribs, you know, chances are that sauce is gonna get into your beard. You might as well enjoy it and then and wash up later, you know.
Rub it in. Yeah, it could be a new type of balm there.
Why wipe it off when you can rub yeah, you know, I guess. Snot balm. Wow. Are we gonna have to get Tara in here with the band hammer, Baker? Excuse me for a moment, guys.
What is the most underrated product in your routine? Hmm, that's a good question. I know a lot of people don't talk about the ball wash, and I found it pretty. I like it. Just my opinion.
Um, as far as underrated currently, um, right now, I think a good balm is still uh is very much underrated at this particular moment. I mean, years ago, that's all you could get was the oil and a balm before butter even came out, and it's I think the balms are starting to make their way back in, which I think is great. It's a great product to have, and it's a great tool to have, especially for certain situations. So right now, I think industry wide, um, I think balm is a lot more underrated than it should be right now.
I like the fact that you can go to any different companies and their bombs are all just a little bit different. Like
Right.
some are more stiff, some have a little more beeswax, some don't. And you could feel it. You could feel the difference, and I like that. And just on off the ones I've had so far,
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's each company's going to have their own recipe, if you will, and it's all going to hold different. It's all going to feel different, but using it is pretty much the same. It's about how much you use and make sure you're not using too much, but you're using enough to keep your beard sealed and keeping it under control to where you can actually control it for for a good while.
I
I
actually
bought the
added
cologne for
some.
dad. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Actually, I'm answering. I actually put some outlaw oil in a couple nights ago, and then used some black flannel um, butter, and the scents mixed. It came out very nice.
Oh, yeah,
Alicia was
I have not been
really
able to
impressed
get
with it as well.
yeah, I haven't been able to get the colognes just yet. I'm gonna have to see what I can get a hold of. Hopefully this next week or so.
No, I haven't got the clones in either. I was just using the oil. Our clones aren't going to be until Monday, I think.
Okay.
And I think I have a package from Greg coming in Monday as well to look at and try.
Matic Inc. It's good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. Guys, do me a favor. Make sure you've hit that like in here. If you got some bearded friends that you think that would enjoy the show, feel free to share it out. We'd really appreciate it. Uh, what kind of wax do I have in the mustache? Currently, I use Is it Death Grip? Yeah. It's Death Grip, right? Yeah. I'm sorry. Some of these names just completely escape me, but I'm using the bare bones from Death Grip. Uh, Kind of helps keep the mustache out of the way, but I can still keep a natural look to it. If someone uses the wall wash, is it safe and keeps the pH balance, especially for that moment with hubby? Not to be weird, depending on what affect women too.
You know,
Um,
I've used the one from TNBC, not to be too out there with it, but it doesn't seem to. I haven't seemed to got any irritation from it. But Chris is here, and I'm pretty sure he can answer that better than any of us can. So
right.
he does sell some ball wash. I'm not sure if Greg sells any or not, or what other companies in here might be selling it. But I know Chris sells it, and he could probably answer that question better than any of us can.
And Kiki, I also, from what I do know about it, I do know that the pH is very balanced for that area. Um, so I don't foresee having an issue with it. But there we have an answer from Chris. Always try the product to make sure it works for you. Um, and just, yeah, it's better to try small amounts to make sure everything works for you and you don't have issues um, prior to continuous use. Because everybody's body's different and everybody's body reacts to pH in a different way. Um, so yeah, I would definitely say it's designed for sensitive areas, but it'd probably be a really good idea to just kind of test out and see.
And thank you for the answer, Chris. I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. oh, oh, you know what? I had that poll going, didn't I? Let's go and pull that up and see what happened there. So we had 57% of people said that they would prefer to use a light scent. Um, you know, I found that I was doing better with a very light, but also I was doing really well with no scent. As it just got to the point where any scents were just. I don't think that it exacerbated the coughing issue, but it was just one of those. I wanted to eliminate any possibility of anything exacerbating the sensitivity of the sinuses at that time. So thank you guys for joining in that poll and appreciate that. And thank you guys for being as engaged in the chat as you are. It's great to see the chat popping the way it is.
So apparently
Kiki, you're very welcome.
Baker uses two different brands, one for each bowl.
Oh, oh. Well, don't get him confused now. you know, um, Baker, it takes a little bit to stump me to where I don't know what to say, but you may have just done it. And yes, I will get you back for that, by the way. I think right now I want to just kind of put out a little announcement to you guys. I'm going to be putting out a little video later this week. It's probably just going to be a short, but I wanted to let you guys know that Raised Bearded and I next Saturday we have a special guest that we're going to be pulling on to the show next week. Um, Normally I wouldn't mention it until then, but I think it's safe to go ahead and mention it to you guys now. I have a very good friend of mine. He was the first one that pulled me in on my very first live on TikTok. Um, his name is Terry. He's got a channel on TikTok called Nerd Council Interviews. And if you guys wouldn't mind, I'd love to talk to you about it and the charity that he's planning on doing for October. Um, he's a really great guy, and he's really been through it. So if you guys wouldn't mind me taking about 5 minutes to explain to you what it's all about, I'd appreciate it, and we'll just kind of go on from there. Um, Again, he does a live on TikTok, and he's going to be doing a live per day for every day in October, and all proceeds of the charity, or I believe he's selling books. It's either books or monetary donation for the charity will all go to palliative care NICU unit in Austin, Texas. He's got an amazing story that he has actually had to go through palliative care. I don't know how much you guys know about palliative care, but they are there to help and assist parents in probably one of the worst times that a parent could possibly imagine. And we're going to bring him on so he could talk about that. Um, he does, he does. He was growing his beard out for quite a while there. It's trimmed down a little bit short now. Just over this last 6 months or so, I believe he had a little girl, and she loved to pull on it. So he kind of has it trimmed down short. But I'd love to bring him on next Saturday to explain his story, and see if you guys would like to be a part of that. And if you guys would, it'd be great. But it's not a necessity. You guys showing up and showing support would mean the world. So look forward to that on next Saturday. I believe that is the 20th. It's September 20th, and that'll be at our normal time on the Bearded Kin. So I appreciate it,
Yep.
Jess.
Look forward to being in here and listening to that one, or see what he has to say.
No, he's also I mean, when he says it's Nerd Council, he likes talking Star Wars, anime, comics, you name it. And not sure how much he's into wrestling, but yeah, he's willing to talk about just about anything. So,
Nice.
all right, guys. So, where were we? All right. Appreciate that, Mrs. Sofa. I believe it looks like Miss K dropped his link tree and his profile in there for you guys to check out whenever you guys get a chance. Um, and again, he will be the first one to tell you that is in no way a requirement. Just showing support alone, he appreciates. Um, yeah, that's right. I forgot that's what you were involved in. Yeah, it's a special kind of person that I believe it takes a special kind of person to be able to take care of the babies in the NICU and in those situations. That's right. My nephew and Aaron's son was in the NICU for a little while. You wear your Chewy mask, huh? Maybe you'll have to show me that on Sunday. Oh, Jay, I think you and him are going to have quite a bit to bounce off of.
Ooh,
Oh,
Star Wars, and Star Trek talk is my right up my alley.
yeah. Not as much Star Trek with me. I think we watched it so much when we were younger that I kind of
I've,
lost the interest in Star Trek.
I've
Star Wars,
literally
on the other
viewed
hand.
all the Star Treks.
Yes, Kay, nerd alert, but you knew what you were getting into when you got into it. You knew I was a nerd when we first started talking.
Yep. Yep. That's largely what a lot of these books back here are about, the dragons and wizards and such.
Cool. Fun.
It's fun reading.
You were bamboozled, huh? I watched the original Star Trek, never got into the others. Greg, we grew up watching those, almost daily when we were younger. Um, Dad was a big Trekkie.
Yeah, he was.
Lord of the Rings is pretty good. I like it, but if you ask Miss K, she is definitely more of a Harry Potter than she is a Lord of the Rings. So, so do you guys have any questions for us that you would like to? You know what? Yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them in the chat. I do want to bring up a couple of photos that I have from um, Buckeye Beer Battle. If you guys don't mind, I'd like to kind of show these a little bit. Let me see here. Some of the photos that I have from the day that we took off. Let's see here. This one is me and Gokon as we are just leaving to go out to the Buckeye Beer Battle. This is Gokon from Raven Beard Co. Great guy. I'm sorry, guys. I do not have these preloaded. It's going to take me a minute to get all those in. What happened? Well, then, again, there it is. Still getting used to all this stuff, guys. And here's this guy, Jay. This was on the meet and greet. Couldn't wait to see this guy. You know, when you leave these competitions and you find yourself getting really close to some of the guys there, these are the kind of guys that you miss. Those comp blues are real. And it's you just have to say, until we see you guys next time, and hope that it's kind of soon. And yes, Kay, it is a little bit photoshopped. I think he might have a hold of my nipple there, or be acting like he's pinching my nipple there.
So is he like bending? Is he like squatting a little bit, or
Oh no,
I'm
he's
curious
he's shorter
if
than he leads on. No, he's not
okay.
squatting over. No, he actually is squatting over. um, this guy is one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to go to Buckeye. He's been an inspiration to me ever since I found his channel. Um, Santa Tom, if you're still in here, it was great meeting you. Hopefully we'll catch up on another one. I believe there's one in Texas in, I think they said February of next year, I believe it is. Um, might be sooner. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into it. But yeah, an amazing individual. I can't say enough about him. And then if
Ah,
anybody was on Anybody was on Bishop's show today? They they know who this guy is. This is Luis. Um, yeah, it was great meeting Luis. Man, his little girls were going through there. They were head banging, they were fist bumping, yeah, they were dancing and just kind of they're just going on with it, man. It was awesome.
Yeah, I'm really excited to go to my first one to meet to see who's there to meet. You know, who's going to be there.
Right. And what's bad is you just don't know until it gets so close to happening. And it was a yeah, it was he brought the whole family, made it a family event, and it's I think that's really important to bring the little ones in and let them see how important this is to you, and that way they can share in it as well. And Baker, I did see your Dave, I was blushing, but nope. Go to Santa Tom. Well, Baker, uh, I would have had some pictures of you on this one, but I'm not going to try to throw salt in the wound, but somebody didn't let you get there. um, let's see. Yeah, Jason here from the Beard of Respect. Good seeing him again. Met them first at Worlds. Um, he also competed in the 4 to 8 inch, I believe it was. I can't recall what he placed. I want to say he placed second or third. I can't remember which. I know he placed in one category. I can't remember which one it was though. Um, I just got a couple more guys, and I think unless you guys will recognize this guy here, finest mixed breed, and you'll notice that yeah, I neither one of us are having to kneel down or anything.
Finally, someone you're up to height with.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I knew there was somebody out there in this world that was about the same height as me. You know, I think if I had to look down at all, it's because I was wearing my boots. So, Robert, it was great seeing you out there, Robert. If you're in here, I don't believe I've seen him come in today, but great guys. They really are great guys. And I think I have one more. Now, this one, I didn't exactly know what he was doing. Um, so I had the camera open and I set it down on the table and doing a quick little fix to my beard, and I was checking out checking out everything, and I see somebody come up and they just kind of look at my phone and walk away. And then I go back through my pictures and I see this. This is Ken from Baird. Just walked up, took a quick selfie, and walked away like nothing happened.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a great guy too. I mean, he's got a great, he's got a great sense of humor. Um, he's always great for a laugh. I wasn't sure that he was going to make it there either. They showed up a little bit later, but they did get there, and it was good seeing him there. But guys, one thing I know that I got to get better at is taking photos because these are some of the memories that we have with the community, and it's it's not just pictures of somebody that you see online. It's photos with a friend, and you want to lock into those you want to lock into those photos as much as you can and hold on to those memories as much as you can. And because these are really great people. And yeah, anyway.
Yeah, I
All
mean, like I
right.
said, it sounds like there's definitely people that I want to meet that I've engaged with in chat and seen in the chat, and can't wait to meet them and see
Are
how things
there
go.
uh, are there any that are right there on top of your list? Not
Just some
suggesting
of the
that
people
one would be
that
better than the other, but is there anybody that you're like, that's definitely one that I want to, is on like a bucket list kind of thing for you?
not necessarily. It's just people that I've seen and engaged with so far, like Baker, Jay. These guys that anybody that's been in the chat, I wouldn't mind meeting and get along with and take pictures with and talk to and see what we have in common.
Right, right. Well, I'll say you got to watch out for that Baker though. He likes getting on those non-Ubers, and you know, he seems to be okay afterwards. But those non-Ubers, he yeah, kind of worried me there for a minute. All right. So what do we have as far as did we get any questions in? What is beard style that you love but would never try yourself? Hmm. I do like the look of the Garibaldi, but I don't think that I have the face for that style. And I don't think I have the density to really pull off that style.
I don't know personally. I haven't looked at a whole lot of different styles. Um, I think that's something I'll start looking at more as my beard gets longer. But right now, I haven't really looked into anything. I'm just wanting to get linked right now.
Right. We can all be stepbrothers. Yeah, Jay. I suppose we can. Oh, he only rides in Ubers. Oh, and yeah, and that's the thing about these too. They didn't have the Whiskerina in at the Buckeye Beer Battle. I believe they had the category open, but I don't think they had anybody available for the Whiskerina. Um, they did do the pinup though. The Oompa Loompa Whiskerina.
I think Mrs. Sofa had a question for you or a comment that she says you're ignoring.
Oh, Mississauga had one for me.
I don't know where it's at though.
I see he's still ignoring my sash comment. I don't know. I don't. Not sure that it went through, Miss Sofa. So I'm not seeing one. But if you like to ask the question again, definitely try to answer. I think it did. You just don't want to see it. Well, okay.
Let me see.
Um,
Uh,
'Cause, I can't find it. Kay's shaking her head. She didn't see it, and I'm not seeing it. So, unless YouTube blocked you for cussing me out or something, I don't know. Pud, it's good to see you, Puddles.
oh, here it is. Yeah, I hope
Oh, Raisberry's
maybe.
gonna take that sash next year. Well, I don't know. I will tell you that I'm definitely going for the belt. Um, Honestly, I think by next year we're probably going to be in two different categories. Um, he's probably going to be, oh goodness. So in a year, you'll probably be you'll probably be in the 4 to 8 category, and then I'm probably going to be the 12 to 18. So I mean, I think it was a 4 to 8 inch last year that won the belt. So
Yeah, that's what I've been
Jesus.
hearing. The 4 to 8.
So it's not about the length. It's how well are you taking care of your beard? Are you, if you have what the judges want, and gonna be a golden guy for the best of show next year. Hey, you know what? You dressed pretty sharp this year, so absolutely. It depends on what the judges are looking for, and I'll say that he absolutely has a chance. Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I didn't think that I had a chance to be the runner up for best in show. I thought I would maybe place, up to maybe third, but as far as in my category, but it never crossed my mind that I would be the runner up for best in show, and that was a surprise to me, and it was great.
You know what?
I'm
I
gonna be the
can't
statue of
say.
David for the next comp.
I can't say I was all that surprised. You have a pretty awesome beard, dude, and people know it.
Well, and I appreciate that. I'm just even when Kay was telling me before that I started going into competitions, I never really, I thought, yeah, okay, I have an okay beard, but I don't know, it's competition worthy. But she started talking me into it, and man, that competition bug, it's definitely definitely want to hit more competitions, and I'm looking forward for you to get in them too. I think it's a cool thing. I think it's a awesome thing. I think it's I love the fact that the proceeds go to um, great charities. Um, and like this one went to from combat to kayaks. Great organization, great people. Um, I love what they stand for, and I love what they do. And there's so many great organizations out there that are needing these charities. And if my $20 entrance um, for the category helps in any way, I'm all for it.
Yeah, get the girls involved in pinup.
Kilts next year for BB4. Yeah, yeah, that's definitely a possibility, Baker.
I think they've already talked about that doing kilts.
Yep. Yeah, Jacob's making making something for them already. So yeah, or he's talking about making something for the kilts. So mm.
It's so sorry.
Just for a week, huh? You go ahead and go first, Aaron. What do you think?
I have no idea. I, I I'm trying to think of a celebrity that had a beard I actually liked. I don't know.
Hmm.
I, I
No.
I can't answer that. I have no idea.
Well, I'm not good with actors' names, but then there's always I keep getting distracted by my cup on the other side of the screen there. That's distracting. Um,
Hmm, hmm.
yeah, uh, Gandalf, amazing beard. Yeah, and then you have
Oh yeah, yeah,
who
for
was
sure.
it? Kurt Russell, wasn't it, in the Santa movie that he did with Kurt
Oh
Russell? He had a
yeah.
really nice
Mhm.
beard in there. And you know what? Say what you will about him, but Mel Gibson, he has a pretty decent beard too when he wants to grow one.
Yeah, now that you brought them up and I can picture them, yeah, that's not bad.
Right.
But yeah, Gandalf the Wizard beard is absolutely
The mountain.
yeah,
Yep, the mountain as well. Yeah. And then where's who else was there?
or
You know what? Here's the thing too. I mean, think about the actors that don't have the what the world would deem the greatest beard. Look at Keanu Reeves, for example. Doesn't have the thickest beard. He's had a patchy beard for a really long time. But you know what? He's confident in it. It makes him feel good, and he rocks it really well. So just because the best beard that he can grow may not be what others would see would be the best, doesn't matter. It's about how it makes you feel.
right.
And I love that he just rocks it with confidence. Dumbledore, yeah, yeah, I still like Gandalf's better, but I think that's because I'm a more of a Lord of the Rings. 3
Right.
competitions in the next 3 months. That's awesome. Definitely let me know how you do, Viking Papa. I would definitely love to hear about it. Make sure to take some pics too. Love to see it. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, and that's it too. There's a lot of the competitions that aren't even um, advertised, and it's just they just kind of come up. But yeah, they'll definitely let you know where the next ones that they've heard are there. Clooney, yeah, yep. Even for a short beard, I mean, there's nothing wrong with short beards either. They're pretty awesome too. I rocked a short beard for a really long time. Nice, good question, Kay. 4 more before the end of the year, Jeff. Yeah, definitely let us know. Let us know when you're going for those. That way, if we can find and let us know if they have like an online, if there anybody's online streaming it, because we'd definitely like to at least jump online and show our support to you, man. Look at the pic. Will do. That you sent to Kay. Absolutely. Um, most embarrassing beard mistake. I got one. Do you?
Go ahead.
Oh no, you got to come up with one too. I think.
No, yeah, I'll think of something, but I just really.
Uh, wasn't necessarily a well, it was part of it was a routine mistake. You definitely want to have your beard products separated and from your hair products. Woke up one morning, was rushing to get ready for work, and I was way too tired. And I got my oil in and was getting my beard straightened and everything. Hey, Tara, it's great to see you. Appreciate you coming in. And got everything straightened, and I was gonna put a little bit of butter in like I normally do in the mornings. But in the process of that, my hair was wet too, and I was gonna go ahead and get some pomade in my hair and then finish up my beard. I was so tired that I put the pomade into my beard and rubbed it in, and didn't realize it until I set the jar down and then had to wash my beard and start all over. So
Um, I think probably the worst thing that I've done so far, and I think I've brought it up before, is just using way too much mustache wax. I mean, just like an ungodly amount, and it just made my mustache way too stiff.
yeah,
But
yeah.
that's probably the worst of it so far.
Work Kentucky next month. Nice. Brewer, hey, it's great to
Brewer,
see
hey,
you.
what's up, man?
How's everything in Sioux Falls? Ladies of the couch. I kind of like that.
It has a ring. It has a nice ring to it.
It does. Separate dog mouthwash. you know, I can actually see you doing that. And yeah, I haven't done that one. That's right. You were judging this one. So what do you think about the judging? Is it one of those things that you really enjoyed doing, or is it one of those you'd rather compete than to judge? Yeah, I'm just curious. Yep, yep. And yeah, Tara, I really do appreciate you popping in. I know it gets pretty late with having to get Finn down and everything, but I really do appreciate you taking the time to pop in.
Yep, it's always good to see you.
Greg, I appreciate it. Good to see you. Have a good night.
Good
Appreciate you
night,
coming
Greg.
in, and we'll see you in the next one.
Hey,
Art
Mark,
Johnson,
how's it
it's good to
going?
see you. It looks like we have some people popping in here a little bit late, which hey, better late than never. I swear I can talk. No, Tara, you should have been around. I think Baker was you know kind of pushing that edge of might needing the band hammer at some point, but I think the only one we have as a moderator right now is Kay though. So I think you're safe for now, Baker.
Looks like Kiki is going as well. Good night, Kiki. Or are you saying good night? I don't know. Maybe you were saying good night to somebody. What beard compliment have you received? I haven't really received any. I've gotten a couple of nods, like from other beardsmen, but I haven't received really any compliments yet. So, except from like family, but strangers no.
Sorry about that, Baker. Sorry about that, everybody. Corey, hey, it's good to see you pop in. I appreciate it. The beard nod. Yep. Yep. Yeah, yep. It's and that's another thing too, man. The people at the competitions, they're not afraid to tell you that, hey, you got a nice beard or the beard nod, or just generally ask questions to you, and it's really nice. You're the stigma of everybody, what people believe people with beards act like. It's nice to know that it's not what they think, that it's not everybody just looking for a fight or anything else. It's it's a community of people that really get along.
You know, Luis, I don't really have a favorite. There's about, I think I have probably three, four, or five different companies, and I use all of them. I have a favorite from all of them, and those are what I use. I am drawn more towards True North right now because I have more product from them than anyone else because of a giveaway that I've won, and a mystery box that we bought recently. So right now, I don't have any favorites. I just have more product from one company than others.
Uh, beard community pinup calendar. Hmm. Think think Kay had some thoughts on that a while back too. Uh, all right, guys. Let's see if we got any other questions in here. Beards and beauties. Yeah. Yep. Right. Yeah, I can definitely see that would be uh, difficult to make those decisions too. Um, Especially since there's only 12 months in a year. Which 12 are you going to pick? And I can definitely see that that would be a difficult thing to do.
Or you can just get a full spread of Bianca.
Full spread of Bianca, huh? I don't know if the world's ready for a full spread of Bianca. Um, you're in a dark room, you pick up a bottle. What smell could you tell what it is? Um, that's an interesting question, Baker. There's quite a few that I can, um, if even if Kay was to go in there and just grab one, and I can probably tell you what it was as soon as I smelled it. Some I'm more familiar with than others, and others most likely I would get probably get the company if nothing else. But there's that's what's so weird about it is there's so many great companies out there, and they all have their own unique scents. You would think that there would be a clash, like this one would smell like this one would smell like this one. Now there's some that are close, but they're not exact, and I'm surprised there aren't more that smell more alike. Um, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think because the just a few that I have, I probably could identify at least the brand. The the scent itself, maybe that might throw me off.
Yeah.
If we have a new person that just jumped in recently.
Uriah Hobbs. So far, this is a nice community. Fairly new, but I've been popping into some live streams here and there. Enjoy what you all got going on. Well, Uriah, I believe that's the how I pronounce it, Uriah. If that's not right, please let me know in the description. Um, we welcome you in. Appreciate you in. And yeah, this is a great community. The bearded community in general. Really glad to have you in. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the chat. If you like to get a hold of us, the information is in the description as well. But yeah, it's great seeing you. Look forward to seeing more of you. And that is a great beard.
Absolutely.
I do that beard.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Good to see you.
Do you remember the first time jumping into a live that you weren't too sure the first time you jumped into the community? You weren't too sure if anybody was going to be wanting to interact with you.
Like jumping into the chat.
Yeah, for the very first time jumping into the chat in the community. Do you remember that?
Hmm.
I do too.
Yeah.
Uh, it was kind of, I think it was a little different when Kay got us in on Instagram because there was, so much of the community is there that we just didn't even realize. And, when you pop in, you're used to typing in a comment and maybe it gets seen and maybe somebody says something, but, you start to realize, hey, that most of the time it's getting answered or somebody's seeing it at least, and just so you guys are aware, if you ever ask anything in the chat after this is all done, um, it takes about 24 hours for the chat to catch up. But I do watch through and look through all the chats because I do miss things from time to time. But yeah,
Good. I guess we got it right the first time.
all right, sounds good. Yeah, I mean, it's you got some good coloration to your beard too. I like that.
Yes, I do want to go to competitions. I want to get my beard to a point where it's longer, to where I feel more comfortable. I know I can go now, but I'd prefer it to be longer when I start going to competitions.
Funniest or weirdest thing? Hmm.
Remember the first live that I think I jumped in with was with you, and we
Mhm.
were all jumping in to Tara's live and doing and staying up all night just doing the nothing giveaways.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's just when we immediately had interaction with the chat and with Tara and with Chris in the chat, and
Right.
it felt very welcoming. Even though
Mhm.
I think this is the very first time I told her I didn't like oatmeal.
And she
But,
remembered.
yeah, she still remembers to this day.
And she sent you something. That was
Yeah,
awesome.
she did. Yeah, she did. I still haven't
Um,
eaten it.
so, what is the funniest or weirdest thing someone has said about your beard? Um, I don't know that somebody said anything particular about my beard. They just, me and Kay were walking through Costco, and and it wasn't too busy, but I could see this older couple coming down the aisle as her and I were going down this side, and she's just looking. I'm like, oh no, somebody's going to say something about something. It's Costco, you know? And she just comes up and she looks at me. She goes, "I don't like beards, but I like yours." I'm like, "Well, oh, thank you. Okay." So I think that's probably one of the weirdest interactions I've had, but still wound up being a compliment. So I'll take it. I'll take that compliment all day long.
Well, I got some from uh, that Alicia's told me about some of the in-laws. They're not crazy about beards, but they seem to like mine. Uh, So that's the only thing I could say about that.
Right. What are you guys gear? Yeah, bleh. Okay, you want to read that one? Apparently, my mouth and my
Beard
eyes are
length
not keeping up.
goals. What's your beard length goal?
Um, the best answer is yes. Um, grow it as long as I can grow it and tolerate it. I mean, I would love to say that I can get mine, like Mitch with a beard. That's definitely a goal. That's like a very long term goal. But I don't know if I could handle it being that long. So um, I think right now I pretty much open to having it to waist length, and we'll just kind of see how it goes from there.
I just kind of want to see what my terminal length will be, and then once I get to that point, I'll decide where I want to keep it from that point on.
What are you dressing up for?
Nothing that
Well,
I know of.
I don't know that I'm dressing up as anything, but I know that if I tell her that I'm just gonna dress up as a gnome, that she's just gonna laugh about it. So there you go, Miss Sofa.
My very first beard product was a combo of it was Copper John's Polly, and it was the combo oil and butter that Dave gave me when I first started growing out my beard, so I can get rid of the itch.
As far as me, as far as store products, I was doing research. So I got the Honest Amish. Um, as far as first small batch, that was Luxurious Bastard 1898. Or I'm sorry, no, 1912. Uh, oil and balm. Um, wait a minute. You never told me that.
Well, hell, you're short enough.
Oh, hey, you know what? Not all of us, apparently, between me, you, and our sister, were gifted with the extra height. Um, I think that should have been split up.
You wouldn't. That wouldn't be fair. Homeless lady in her place at work after she grabbed my beard and said, "Ew." I said, "Never touch." Hey, you know what? I would have done the same thing. Don't let anybody touch you, and what right does
Right,
she have to touch you to begin with without your permission? That's
right.
terrible. Hey,
I mean,
good job, man.
it's one thing for somebody to ask, hey, what does your beard feel like? What does the texture feel like? How do you take care of it? Do you mind if I feel it? Um, and then just somebody coming right up and doing that. There's uh, everybody's got their boundaries, right? And I got a feeling that that is crossing a boundary for many people, and I can't say I fault you for that one, Remy, at all. Yeah.
Hey, why not?
Uh,
Yeah,
David the gnome. Somebody, somebody, tell me you know what I'm talking about. I have no clue what you're talking about, Tara. I'm assuming there's a gnome named David. Excuse me, guys.
right.
Okay.
Use not made.
Okay. Let's see here. What was the very first beer product you made? Oh, used. Um, yeah, I think it's very similar to the last one that we had mentioned. The first one that I used was oil and balm. Um, at the time that I started using oil, they didn't even have butter at that point when I first grew out my beard before I cut it off.
Yeah, mine was polished from Copper Johns. It was oil and butter.
My third kid thinks she's gonna have a beard like daddy when she grows up. She's only 2. Hey, I think the more that she sees dad with a beard, the more she's just gonna grow to love him, and especially if she sees that mom has a passion for them and dad has a passion for taking care of them, and I think she's just gonna grow up to love beards as well. Be one of the many strong women of the bearded community. And yeah, I can't say enough about the women of this bearded community as well. Great women that without them we wouldn't be here.
Right. Absolutely.
Well, it looks like Tara threw a shopping list there for David the gnome.
As she mentioned earlier, it was a cartoon on Nickelodeon. I don't remember it.
I don't
Maybe if I
either.
think real hard.
Uh, right, sis. It's it's not just about the products that we use. It's the products that we use that are great for women too. I mean, I think somebody mentioned it the other day. The pink tax. How your guys' products are so much more expensive and things like that. But I don't think the ingredients are as good either. Um, I mean, I know that once Kay started using the oils, I mean, you hear somebody, somebody who's breaking out first hears, "Hey, adding oil to my face, yeah, well, that's going to make me break out." Well, if you can get the right oils in there to where it stabilizes that sebum in your that natural sebum in your skin, you're not going to break out as much. And from the beard oils, the beard butters being used, for your dry skin, for your face, for your hair, for the ladies' hair as well. And then right down to the salves and the lotions and stuff that are being presented by these small batch companies.
Yeah, I know Alicia's been using it for different things, and so has Yvonne or
Right,
Cowboy Up. She uses her butters and oils that she
right.
uses for different things as well. So and it all seems to be working out for everybody that has been introduced to it. So
Sorry about that, guys. I'm still coming off of this Buckeye beard bug, I think is what they were calling it on the Beard of Respect last night. As I'm coming up to the end of it. Um, there's one here. Just happy there's so many different products to choose from. Enjoying building my collection and trying different blends. Absolutely. There's so many great companies out there that I could never just tie myself down to one. From each company, there's something that I love specifically about that one, and that's also one main reason why I rotate. You know, at least 3 different companies throughout the week, unless I'm testing. If I'm testing a product, I'll test that product um, for at least 1.5 to 2 weeks straight. Other than that, I'm rotating product. That way, it keeps the beard wanting something different, and it just works out really well that way. Um, you know, it's something that I've talked about for a little while. Right now, there's so many great companies out there that are putting in the work. I think at some point I would like to, if nothing else, I would like to at least get some kind of a really good collab going. But as far as making my own product, I don't think I'm quite ready for that yet. It's something I've thought about for like my personal use, but I haven't even really gotten that far in it. I'm so currently pressed with time with the 40-hour plus, the amount of time that I put in here for editing, plus the lives and plus family time. It's I would have to find time in order to uh, be able to dedicate the time to do that. Great question though. When you rotate products, do you wear the same scent every few days or difference in every day? So when I rotate so when I say rotate the products, Lewis, I rotate from different manufacturers. So let's say, um, for example, tonight I had Ravens. I put in for my routine for the night would be Raven Statesman and True North Beer Co.'s Deer Hunter butter. Typically, what I use at night, I use the next morning. So the next night, I'll change to a different company and a different, different oil and different butter for the next day. I hope that helps clear that up a little bit. Oddly enough, I built 75% of my collection from all the generous giveaways that are offered I was on a winning streak in 2024, and that dwindled significantly. Now I just restock absolutely. And the the gratitude that these company owners have, and one of the best ways that they know how to show that gratitude is in, you know, giving you product, or giving you a free sample here and there, or asking you to try a product, or saying, "Hey, this scent reminds me of something that you would like. Here, try it out." Um, these companies are very generous to the community, um, and they make a point to let you know, as a consumer, that you're appreciated. I'm the same way with all the companies, and I don't have a beard. There are so many great companies. Absolutely agree, Ronnie. Yep, yep.
Yep. They're the Flaming Beard Mastermind is a truly original scent.
Right. So a question on that. Do you get grapefruit out of that at all? It kind of
You know,
I think that I get it, and then by the time I get grapefruit, it's already changed to something else.
yeah, I'm not even going to speculate on it. It's just a masterful blend, and
It really is.
it changes, throughout the day. It just, like I said, I'm using the balm right now. It smells amazing. So,
Yeah, it's a pretty complex scent. By the time you think you have it figured out of what scent it is, it has a slight tweak or a slight change to it, and it's really a great scent. I used that pretty much the day that I went on the flights and everything. I knew I wasn't gonna be able to reapply much, being out there on the flight and everything. But um, recommendations on a product that will last me through the conditions of a construction job. Um, what type of products you looking into? Is your beard getting dry while you're out on the job? Are you um, yeah? What kind of issues are you having out on the site? As I mean, your typical um, out in the weather, I would definitely go with at least a medium viscosity beard oil. Um, I do use a touch of butter throughout the day as well. That kind of helps get me through the day. But again, I'm not out in the elements either. Uh, Aaron is out
I
in the
am.
elements. He's out in the heat most of the day, and I believe you mentioned something about liquid butter was definitely helping with that. Aaron, hey Aaron, were you saying that liquid butter is definitely helping you with that as well? Oh, I think he froze up. Did we lose him? There
Uh,
you
uh,
are. There you
Okay.
are.
Um, so usually my routine in the morning is I'll use a solid butter like from True North, or and an oil, and then throughout the day when it starts to dry up, that's when I'll use a liquid butter. I carry that with me, and maybe like a sample or a dropper of an oil scent that I like. I'll add a little bit of oil and a little bit of liquid butter, because since the butter's already liquid, you don't have to worry about it melting, and it works just as well. You just apply a little bit. I probably have to go about, I'd say about 4 or 5 hours into my day is when I usually need to apply more, because it's starting to feel real stiff and dry. And also, more more water intake has also helped me.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think you came in a little bit late. Aaron was mentioning earlier that he was mentioning a couple weeks ago that he gets about halfway through his day because he is out in the elements and out in the sun quite a bit with his job. That about midday, his beard would get really dry and kind of wiry, kind of coarse feeling to it. And he was mentioning today that he increased his water intake and really helped with that. But I would definitely
Yeah,
suggest definitely get your hands on some liquid butter to kind of help pull you through the rest of the day, and that's probably going to help you a lot. If not, feel free to leave me an email or feel free to leave a comment on any of my videos, and I'll definitely get back to you with some more suggestions.
yeah, and you can get both of those on TNBC's website. They have excellent butter scents or liquid butter scents.
Yep. All right, everybody. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get to the point where we're gonna call it a night tonight. Um, we it's been a great night with you guys tonight. I got a lot of stuff I got to get ready to get together for tomorrow. Getting back into work tomorrow, and yeah, I kind of need to try to get the rest of this to break up tonight. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys that are here. We still rocking 23 people in here. You guys are amazing. I can't wait to see you guys next week. Again, make sure to mark your calendars for September 20th. I'm going to have a special guest on where we're going to be talking about. I'm going to have Terry, Nerd Council interviews in, where we're going to be talking about a charity that he is starting, and he's going to be putting through charity funds to the palliative care NICU unit in Austin, Texas, and really looking forward to that discussion on the 20th of September, which is next Saturday. Same time, 9 p.m. Eastern. Um, and one more time, the busybeecollective.com, the bearded kin, will get you 10% off of any cups on any of your orders. And if you are looking for the community cup order, please email K at busybeecollective25 at gmail.com, and as well as custom orders. She will do custom cups as well. So, Aaron, do you got anything else for the day?
No, I mean, I chat just kind of. I mean, tonight went by pretty quick. I didn't realize we were on for as long as we were. I want to thank
No, it
everybody
did.
that did come on tonight, and this is your weekend, and you're spending it with us, and thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Right, right. And you know what? If the chat is going fairly well this next weekend, we'll probably pull it on a little bit longer. I do apologize. I do need to jump off. I got some things I got to take care of tonight, and being have to be at the 40 hour tomorrow morning. So the day kind of got away from me. So I appreciate you guys coming in, and it's great to see you guys in. And I think with that, we're gonna say good night. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.